was a different kind of game. I think that, we clearly had control of the game fairly quickly in the first half. And we wanted to try to finish the first half. And then in the second half, we made sure that we tried to, not that we tried, we played everybody who had any eligibility. And for the most part, they played pretty much the whole second half, all the guys. There were some positions we didn't have enough guys to get all the way down in the depth. We barely had two offensive lines, but and then at corner, we didn't have but one extra because Lynn Griffin was sick. So, but everywhere else, we went about as deep as we could go. I don't know how much you tell about a game like that. I thought early on we came out and started out the gate and played fairly well, and we were trying to execute what we were doing. And then as the game wore on in the second half, really we were just trying to make sure that we didn't lose anybody for next week. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I guess it's good to be able to rest some guys and have everyone ready to go next week.
Yeah, some of the guys that were beat up a little bit, just they could have played probably, but it was good to get, Jamia out and Jeremiah and a bunch of those guys on defense. And then the same way offensively, we got those offensive linemen out early. And, Justin Thomas got a little bit of work. I'd like to have got him some more live reps, but the way the game was, there was no use to do that, especially with the other guys we were going to put in. So, it's a good win. And now we get ready for next week.
Can you talk a little bit about Cortez and Neely's play today? Both of them have had a nose for the ball when Tyler's had an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
And Quayshawn continues to be a big
I
play
think Tyler's played really well all year. He's been a best player on special teams all year and made a lot of plays. And when he's had a chance to get in the game, he's done well. So, he made some plays early. He's another guy who didn't play after the first half. And Quayshawn's he's made some good plays all year as well. So, when the first team defense was out there, I don't think they gave up a first down. So,
you mentioned this week that it was about Georgia Tech and playing in a way that represents yourself well. And obviously, you don't know too much until you see film. But did you see kind of what you wanted to as much as you could?
well, I think that all you can do is, when you start the game and you're playing defense, is don't give up any first downs, and on offense score every time you get it. It'd be hard to do much better than that. I'm sure there's things we can do better. I remember we missed one read in the first quarter, I know we missed that without seeing on tape. We missed a call on a pass route. It should have been a rub situation. We didn't get it. But other than that, I'm sure there's going to be some individual guys who maybe didn't do as well as we'd like on every play, but till you watch it, it's hard to gauge that, especially inside.
You had a chance to see also Snoddy for more than just a couple of reps today to see what he could do in game situation.
I thought he did okay. He did some good things. He was tentative at first. He's got to learn that every play's not a touchdown, and you just got to run up in there, and then those things happen. But he's been working hard in practice, and it was good to get him some time out there.
Paul, because of the opponent you just played, how much, if at all, were you thinking about Georgia during this week, and can you turn your thoughts to them now?
Well, we don't. We worked this week on ourselves, like I said, on a lot of the primary stuff in Alabama A&M. We really didn't get into Georgia this week. I'm a firm believer. I just don't do that. I think that you kind of get ready you send the wrong message to your players if you do that. And so we've got ample time. It's not like we haven't played each other, and we'll have ample time to get ready.
Just follow up, do you have any preliminary thoughts on the game now?
On the Georgia game?
The Georgia game now, as you look forward.
No, I think it's a big game, and it's a game that we haven't played particularly well the last couple of years, and we need to play better.
Are you happy with the number of reps Justin Thomas saw?
The way the game went, yeah, I guess. We'd like to have gotten more reps, but the way the thing was going, the reps he was getting weren't any better than what you would get in practice.
I think it was the first score he had St. John under center and that at A-back. Can you talk a little about what was going on there?
Yeah, we might have been setting something up for next week. Who knows?
So there's more in that package, you're saying? There's more in that package?
Possibly.
Anybody else?
I saw Daniel Drummond came off the field. He seemed to have a sort of foot injury. Do you have any more updates on him?
Yeah, it's not a foot.
And one of your walk-ons, Ben Keith, he got on late. And he's a guy that's obviously been with you the whole time. And
Who's
and
that?
Ben Keith.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about him and just what he's meant to
Well,
your
Ben,
program?
Ben's been out on the team for a lot. He's a walk-on. I have a lot of respect for those guys who do that, walk on and come to practice every day. And he was hurt early in the year, and the rest of the year he's been a scout team player for a long time, and he plays down there and gives us a good look and works hard. And it's always fun for those guys to get in the game. I think it's fun for the rest of the players when those guys get in the game. And, so it's good for everybody when everybody gets to play. That's why they're out there. So it was fun to get them all in the game.
Hey, Coach. Coach Sims got a career high rushing for David Sims. Can you just talk about his performance today? I know he wasn't out there too long, but
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. What he rushed for? Oh, yeah. It's well, we were rolling guys. I mean, I think that first group could have had a lot, but David's had a decent year. I think he's played okay.
You set a record today for most points in a half at Georgia Tech in the modern era. Any thoughts on that? You probably weren't aware of that, but
Not really, no.
Anybody else? Good. All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Is it tough in a game like this? Obviously, going in, you guys know you're big favorites. You're probably going to win. And how much are you sort of already thinking about Georgia in a game like this?
I mean, it's hard not to look past anybody. Can't take anybody for granted. But this week, we knew coming off a loss that we had to really focus on ourselves and right the wrongs that we did in the previous game.
Robbie, as a starter, I guess it was nice to get out of the game in the first half and see some of the other guys go out there and do their thing. How much fun is that for you guys to watch them?
It's definitely fun because, everybody works hard during the week in practice and the whole season. So to see everybody get a chance to go out and play in front of all the fans out there, it's fun to watch and see people make plays.
Becca, another question about Georgia. Now that you're past this game, you've had all of 20 seconds to absorb it. Looking ahead, what are your thoughts, and how big of a game is it for you and the program to try to win?
It's a huge game, probably the biggest game of the year for us. We lost the past few years, and being a senior, it definitely means a lot to try and go out and win this game, being the last game at home as well. So it's definitely a big game for us, so we're going to take it that way in practice this week.
Robbie, regarding the corrections and focusing on yourselves, how did you feel like the first unit did in terms of how clean it played?
I feel like we did good. There's definitely always room for improvement, but in looking back last week, I think that we definitely made some strides in the things that we had messed up in the last game. I mean, there's really little stuff, just getting our eyes in the right spot and blocking the right people.